Welcome to Service Done Right, a podcast dedicated toward transforming the service industry. I'm your host, DJ Biersack, and I am joined by CEO and founder of Reach Dental Equipment Service, Greg Biersack.
DJ, it's great to be with you.
Likewise. One of the things that I think sets Reach apart is the opportunity for a technician to be really connected, not just with the community and people that they work with, but their clients in a way that they haven't been able to be connected before. Can you speak a little bit about why that connection is important and the impact of that and different things that you've seen throughout the past few years that's made a difference for techs?
Yeah. Most of the techs in their background, they really haven't had that chance to be highly connected to their clients. It's more of a dispatch model that exists for most like the supply companies.
And so with what you're doing, service specific, it's less dispatch, it's more individual, right?
It is. It is. That technician is dedicated to their clients, right? We set up territories where those technicians are consistently serving those particular clients. And the value of that is that the client always knows who their technician is going to be.
Right.
They learn about them, they trust them. And for the technician, it's this really cool opportunity for them to be able to build that relationship, get to know the doctor, get to know the staff members, get to know the equipment really inside and out.
We've talked about this before, but I think it's that piece on ownership thinking is what you want to instill in the model, correct? Is that when you feel like the equipment is yours, you take care of it as if it's yours.
That's a big part of this, and I'm glad you bring that up because if you're not connected to your clients, you're never going to really have that sense of ownership. You're never going to really feel like, wow, this equipment is my equipment. Right. But when you do feel that way, preventive maintenance takes on a whole different light. Right. And I think that that's really important for those technicians to really feel like these clients are close to me, for the technicians to feel that strong relationship with their client, right, I think matters a lot, right? In the level of service the client gets and in how the technician feels day to day in taking care of those clients.
And so that's very much on the technician side and kind of how they interact with clients, but what are some specific things that you've got either from when you're in the field co-traveling with the techs or when you've just talked with clients that you've gotten to know over the past few years? What has been the difference between a traditional supply company who provides service and then from what Reach has done? What's kind of those key factors that differentiate Reach from anybody else?
Yeah.
For the client specifically.
For the client, I think that it's this big element of trust, right? I think it's always difficult when the client doesn't know that technician and they don't know, is this person giving me good advice? Right. Are they highly skilled? Are they competent? And so it's hard for them to be highly dependent, highly reliant on that technician. But when that relationship is close, when they are connected, it's all these questions that they have about their practice, about their equipment, that they see that technician as an advisor to them.
Right.
And when they have that technician as an advisor, it's a totally different relationship. So, for example, even though, we don't sell equipment, we don't intend to sell equipment, but our clients are always coming to our technicians to ask for advice on what to buy. And so, I was talking with one of our technicians, Daryl, and I asked him, do your clients consistently come to you when it comes to what should I buy? What advice do I have?
Right.
And Daryl said, I would expect that they all would.
I see.
Right? And that's because that's how those clients view Daryl. They know him. They trust him. They see him as an advisor to them more than just somebody who comes and fixes things on occasion. And to me, that is this big difference between a technician who isn't connected to their clients, doesn't have that relationship, and the ones who do. And that was an important part when we set this up. We wanted those technicians to have that feeling. We wanted that client to have that feeling.
Absolutely. So I think moving forward then, the next thing to think about is how do you want that to continue to be part of not only the Reach model, but change service, and how do you think that has the potential to do that for moving forward? Is it, is this something that stays in this niche of dental, or do you believe that this is something that can be scalable to, service in general? I mean, I think that that everybody would love to have their dedicated person, and so kind of what's your future thinking vision for that, and how do you want Reach to be a player in changing not just the dental industry, but just service industry as a whole? I mean, what are your what's your vision and thought around that?
Yeah. We decided we were going to would do a territory in a more rural area. Most of the territories had been much more urban, right, suburban, and we've got an incredible technician who is in Southwest Missouri, and the number of dentists who are there is fairly limited. And so we went into it knowing that we were going to have to spread our wings a little bit and explore working with professionals outside of the dental industry. And it's been really exciting to see that part of the business grow. So in that area, we're serving a bunch of veterinarians and some cosmetic surgeons. And we're even exploring working with tattoo parlors, body art facilities, and they all need this, and they love the concept of being connected. They love that concept, and so I really believe that there are other industries who need this level of service, and I would expect that other types of service companies will adopt more of this model.
Right.
I mean, let's think about it as if it is your home, right? Right. You've got all these pieces in your home. You got your washer, you got your dryer, your dishwasher, right? All of those things. In an ideal world, you have a person who can repair all those things, right? They could handle your air conditioning in your house and so forth and so on. Somebody that you knew,
right?
Somebody that you trusted, and when you had something that needed to be done at your house, you'd be able to go on, right, an app like Reach Connect and send a
boom, boom.
signal to that person. Here's the item. Here's the problem.
Yep.
Even the ability to be able to scan a barcode. That would be ideal, right?
Absolutely.
That's what you would want, because what you really don't want is a bunch of different people coming into your home that you don't know, right? The ability to have a single person. And I think that's going to be the case in a lot of industries. A lot of industries, I think, are going to look at this model and go, ooh, that connected piece is really important in the relationship. And that's what creates this loyalty. That's what creates this coming back for more service.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm glad you asked that question, because I do think it is something that is going to spread into other industries. I'm having a conversation with somebody that works in the restaurant industry, restaurant equipment, and exploring how could service within that industry be more effective. And it's going to be exciting to see what they're doing there and how this type of model might be more effective in service there as well.
Excellent. Well, cool. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Service Done Right. Again, I'm your host, DJ, and I am joined by CEO and founder of Reach, Greg Biersack. Greg, thanks so much for joining me today.
Absolutely, DJ. Thanks so much.
All right, we'll see you in the next episode.